Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Happy and Kaho. This game taking place here on Last Refuge. On the top right hand side of the map, we have Happy spawning as the teal undead going up against a night elf over here on the bottom left. Happy versus undead versus night elf. Will the great emperor fall to a night elf player, or will it just be a traditional stomp and, well, another win in his legendary career so far? All right, this is just a ladder matchup, so not too much pressure. I'm building up hype for, well, building hype on this matchup where much hype does not exist, but hopefully it still does entertain. We're looking at Altar of Elders, Moonwell, and an Ancient of War being built right outside of the base by Kaho. Meanwhile, interesting position on this Altar of Darkness, much more forward than I've seen in the past from Happy. He normally likes to play that Altar of Darkness closer to that Necropolis, but this way he does expand his blight just a little bit more, perhaps using that blight to be able to fight on creep, or not on creep, on blight, expanding that blight and being able to regenerate more hit points overall. So we'll see if these small subtle changes make a big difference here, or and whether or not these small subtle changes come back to haunt him. Now, oh, accidentally hit a key on my keyboard. Everything looks good. Nope, I'm at half speed now. All right, let's go ahead and break things down in this matchup. We are looking at Ghouls and Death Knight coming in. Meanwhile, we are looking at a Demon Hunter first coming in from Kaho. A Demon Hunter first does have the added benefit of being able to mana burn very, very quickly and effectively. But what you also want to make sure is that you don't lose any sort of pacing. Getting that Keeper of the Grove first generally is better for tempo play, as the Keeper of the Grove is harder to level up later on, and you're able to do a lot of damage with those early entangles on ghouls. The Demon Hunter, however, is much stronger at removing mana from the Death Knight and that Lich. If you're able to completely control your opponent that way, then, well, things are just that much easier overall. Coming back off to the north here, Death Knight now looking out to go after the Ogre Warrior creep camp here. This 3/3/3 creep camp should be easy pickings for the Death Knight, as a Rod of Necromancy charge is used to do a bit of scouting. Demon Hunter already making its way back across here. Are we going to see a mana burn? Yes, we are. There's a little bit of mana lost, and now some damage racking up onto some skeletal units. Death Knight has to be a little bit careful. There goes an ensnare, but it's only on another skeletal unit there, as the Demon Hunter really does want to get another mana burn off, but has to play this game very carefully, as you could end up getting surrounded. There's another mana burn there, trying to get into a corner, and now what's going to end up happening? Staff of Teleportation? No, not quite, as the Demon Hunter Death Coil mana burn, Scroll of Town Portal down at 39 hit points. As the Demon Hunter returns back home, he's going to have some Moonwells to try and heal up, but other than that, he's actually going to be a bit worse for wear. Off to the north, though, the Death Knight has to reconsider his options for creeping, since that Death Knight is currently out of mana. Without as much mana, is he going to be able to creep out, well, relatively difficult creep camps? And it looks like he is, bringing in a lot of ghouls into this battle. Skeletal minions are here as well while fighting on blight. Death Knight gets up to level 2, low hit point ghoul. Beautiful micro coming across from Happy in order to, well, not miss a step in all of this creeping, going after more and more and picking up a health stone to boot. And that is definitely going to help that Death Knight, as that Death Knight now is regenerating large amounts of hit points every second, and, well, is going to offset some of that damage that he took earlier on. Ancient of War absorbing a bit of damage here as well in that frontline spot. A boulder to the head to that Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter finishes off that Forest Troll High Priest, and now going after the remainder of this creep camp. Demon Hunter may not be able to get to level 3, but should be fairly close. Meanwhile, Death Knight is already on his way to level 3, and, well, Happy, no surprises here, doing a great job creeping, even though he was out of mana earlier, and low on hit points on that Death Knight. Level 3 now on that Death Knight, picking up a potion of invulnerability as well. Two very powerful consumable items straight out of the gate, as the Demon Hunter just needs a little bit more experience to try and get to level 3. Alright, Demon Hunter should be able to get there with no real problem whatsoever. Ogre Magi going to get taken down, and now we're going to see, so perhaps some, only a level 1 mana burden, and that was a misstep by Kaho there. Denial on that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, as we see some detonations coming back across. Being able to get a full mana burn would have been a very, very big deal. Demon Hunter trying to go after that Death Knight. Death Knight, however, with that movement speed boost from that Unholy Aura, should be able to outpace that Demon Hunter. Back down to the south here, Forest Troll, Trapper, and Archer going up against Forest Troll Berserker, who's going to win out on this battle here, trying to deal a bit more damage. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter does have a Robe of Magi, does have Boots of Speed, Claws of Attack, some decent items there. Meanwhile, the Death Knight constantly seems to be low on mana and now needs that Slaughterhouse, needs that Lich. There's another mana burn once more. And the Demon Hunter being used to counter and keep the mana on that Death Knight and perhaps that Lich when it finally comes out in check. The Lich currently sitting at, Lich will be sitting at level 1, obviously, when it pops on out. We're looking at 25 supply compared to 32. Army size for Kaho is actually relatively small, as we are teching into Ancients of Lore, but not really going for tier 3. All right, Demon Hunter illusion feigning that he wants to mana burn that Lich. Meanwhile, what is truly happening with the Demon Hunter here? Trying to absorb a little bit of damage here, as the Lich is going to try and stay in that frontline spot. What is going to end up happening? There is a surround there. Lich could just be coming around or Demon Hunter should be coming around the corner. And will it be able to get a mana burn off? Yes, it does. Frost Nova, as well as the Lich takes quite a beating from the remaining creep camps. More mana burns could be in order here. Demon Hunter once again fights and is really fighting in this single file line position in a great spot, as the Panda is now coming to offer in some support for that Demon Hunter first. Demon Hunter playing a bit of a harassment game, more than I would have expected, as the Lich does have a decent amount of mana, but not enough yet to Frost Nova down that Death Knight. Death Knight purposely hanging back here, allowing the Obsidian statue to regroup, as the Panda wants to get up to level 2. Drunken Brawler would be of absolute great help, or Drunken Haze to try and slow down some of those fleeing units. Demon Hunter now going to go ahead and retreat all the way back home. Moonwells, some of them are full, should be able to heal back up easily, and now with Dryads joining in on the fight, should be able to put in pressure onto some of those ghouls until too many Crypt Fiends are trained up. Back to the south, Kaho's Tree of Life should be entangling this gold mine here in just a second. There it goes. It gets finished. Panda sitting at level 2 does go for Drunken Haze as that second ability. A nice 1-2 punch, so to speak, as the Demon Hunter really wants to get in some big mana burns. Gets a mana burn off onto that Obsidian statue and now looking to back away again. All right, Death Coil on to the Demon Hunter as well. And after that nasty 1-2 punch, dangerously low on health already. And Nils now trying to figure out if there is a way to get in an additional mana burn here. There's no mana burn. You feigned a mana burn and then ended up getting blasted by a Frost Nova instead. That wouldn't have been in time, as the Demon Hunter goes back and now trying to lick his wounds, but all of these Moonwells are just rather empty. He needs a Druid of the Claw with rejuvenation, as those Moonwells should often be used in emergency situations only. If you have time, use that time to heal up as well. All right, more Dryads getting added in. All of these Moonwells are pretty much bone dry now, and we are still in the middle of the day, so this might be the right opportunity, if Happy capitalizes on it, to try and do some damage. Coming back around, Death Knight, Lich going after the Ogre Lord. There's a mana burn right there. Are we going to see another follow-up mana burn? Demon Hunter could be in a lot of problem. There's a Breath of Fire across multiple units. A lot of damage racking up. Damage over time, finishing off another ghoul there, as the Demon Hunter perhaps wanting to get a Frost or a mana burn off onto that Lich. 49 supply compared to 43. That level 2 Breath of Fire and damage over time really racking up quite a bit of damage for many of those fleeing ghouls. Coming back around, that is a lot of piercing damage. Tome of Strength on the Brewmaster. Demon Hunter needs a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and adding in a Scroll of Healing as well to be able to stick around in those fights. Meanwhile, we are getting that Adept training and perhaps should be getting up 1 if not 2 Druids of the Claws momentarily. Ancient of War now also making on its way inside this fight, as the Ancient of War going to be looking to tank a bit of damage, and they're removing that Bloodlust as the Overlord now trying to retreat back. All right, damage starting to rack back up here. Ancient of War absorbing quite a bit of damage. Overlord says, wait a second, why did I leave the party? Let's go ahead and join back in, but will easily be taken down as well. Endurance Aura for the Panda, that is going to be giving nice bonus damage across the board, as the Ancient of War dangerously low on hit points, and the Demon Hunter now sitting at level 4 with level 2 evasion could be a big deal indeed. Meanwhile, level 3 on the Lich, level 4 on the Death Knight. I'm still wandering around here. More creeping still in store for Happy. Not doing that much creeping for Kaho, even though that high ground location here is still currently available. All right, we do see the rejuvenation from that Druid of the Claw. More bears could be added as well. We are finally going into low upkeep on both sides, as the Panda could get up to level 4 here. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter going to stay at level 4. Panda with level 4 could go for level 2 Drunken Brawl or level 1 Drunken Brawler and get in some more evasion and some critical strikes as well. All right, Ogre Magi taking down 4. Scroll High Priest also will be taken down as well. There's that level 4 picking up a health stone, and it feels as though all of the powerful items are now just shifting back over, but the Lich cannot be ignored with that crazy plus 20 damage. You can take a look, multiple claws of attack plus an Orb of Corruption. Add in a Helm of Valor for additional strength and agility just for good measure. Coming back down to the south here, we're looking at a potential engagement. Demon Hunter are going to try and fight there. We saw perhaps a little bit of Devour Magic. That Ancient of War doesn't really stand a chance, as the Destroyers do have, or some of them do have mana, and we're able to do quite a bit of damage. In comes some damage there. There's a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There's a Death Coil Frost Nova, and here's the fight here. 69 supply compared to 61. Both sides engaging. Demon Hunter with Orb of Venom really racking up some damage, as the Panda is able to get some breaths of fire across multiple units and start blowing things over easily. Meanwhile, the Abomination is going to start getting in some Disease Cloud across multiple units, and will perhaps able to get some damage over top onto those Dryads. Destroyers really living up to their name and going after those Druids of the Claw now, as the Druids of the Claw are there to try and protect the Dryads, and the Dryads, however, are not doing their job to taking down those Destroyers. 51 supply compared to 53. Both sides still fighting their way through. Demon Hunter could be in a little bit of trouble. Is there a Potion of Invulnerability on the Panda? But it's not transferred over just quite yet. The Panda is in no danger whatsoever, as we see another Crypt Fiend getting taken down and a Bear getting taken down as well. Level 5 now currently on the Death Knight. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter. He needs to get healed back up. There's a rejuvenation, and now he's going to perhaps try and chase back the other way, hoping to allow that economic advantage from this expansion to give him a little bit more. All right, there's a mana burn straight up on across multiple units, continuing that fight as well. Panda is joining in on the battle, but still perhaps should consider giving the Demon Hunter a little bit more items as well. Another mana burn going across multiple units. Bear is trying to engage. Potion of Invulnerability. Demon Hunter uses the Health Stone, and he's okay, at least for now, down to 300 hit points, as the Lich has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as well. Moonwell heals up the Demon Hunter, now trying to back away. Panda still continuing the fight as well, trying to finish off some of those Destroyers. There's another mana burn coming back across, trying to finish off some of these Obsidian statues, as the Potion of Invulnerability finally comes to an end. Lich now being forced to try and retreat back. Panda continuing to engage. There's more Breath of Fire, but the Panda has no way of really engaging there. Perhaps going to try and take down a Crypt Fiend or two. There goes another shot. There's that critical strike, and now using that Potion of Invulnerability. Could perhaps go after the Lich right now. Lich down to 297 hit points. Could take quite a bit more damage. Breath of Fire. Lich is trying to get away and still racking up a little bit of damage here. What is that Panda looking to do? There's a Breath of Fire, but it didn't look like it hit the Lich at all. And that Cone just missing that positioning there. Mana burn across multiple Obsidian statues. The Obsidian statues are currently low on mana, meaning that the Death Bows and Frost Novas are not flowing in nearly as quickly. There's another Breath of Fire. There goes one Obsidian statue. There goes the other, and the glue that holds the undead army together is now falling apart. Destroyer is now trying to back away. Abomination going to get it denied there, as both sides still fighting back and forth here. All right, Demon Hunter in worse for wear. Are we going to see a Staff of Preservation save transferred? No, we do not. Lich gets up to level 5. The Staff of Preservation was on the Demon Hunter. Could have been transferred to the Panda and then, well, teleported back home. Dryads can go after these Destroyers pretty easily. The Destroyers are actually low on hit points, and there goes another one there, as the Panda is going to heal up a little bit from all of these Moonwells and perhaps get a rejuvenation as well. Demon Hunter needs to resurrect, but the expansion is still mining away for Kaho, and that is a big advantage indeed. Death Knight and Lich trying to finish off the last remainder right here. The Demon Hunter could have drank from the Moonwell. I think it was close enough, or it felt like it could be close enough. Lich now coming back across here, trying to finish off some of these units, but that Lich, well, unable to fight back against this large number, as Crypt Fiends are now joining in on the battle. All right, Critical Strike coming back around. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units. Demon Hunter back in on the action. Are we going to perhaps see a little bit more damage? Demon Hunter in that front line spot. Moonwell is still operational. What is going on here? There's another rejuvenation onto that Demon Hunter, but the Destroyer should be able to devour that Staff of Preservation for the save there, as the Death Knight now trying to retreat back. Death Knight could be in a bit of trouble, able to escape at 159. Panda continuing with those Breaths of Fire. We could be looking at more rejuvenation, as the Demon Hunter trying to retreat back once again. I thought I saw Staff of Preservation, but it wasn't on the Demon Hunter as I originally said. All right, coming back around. Level 5 now on the Brewmaster. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter continuing to try to push its way through. Is it going to be able to survive here? No, gets taken down for the second time, as the heroes are continuing to retreat back. Losing that Demon Hunter is just a dangerous proposition, as we're going to be looking at more and more units coming back across here. Panda comes in with the Breath of Fire, nearly blowing over the Death Knight and the Lich. Death Knight going to be able to teleport away in time. Rejuvenation on the Druid of the Claw. The economic advantage really starting to show, as the main bases are going to be mined out here in 5 minutes. Demon Hunter getting resurrected. More Druids of the Claw are getting trained up, and the army size of Kaho may be too much to overcome. Panda, level 5, Demon Hunter just shy of level 5, but we are going to be going up a nearly level 6 Death Knight, and, well, a Lich who has plus 20 damage, a fast attack speed, and a decent amount of hit points. Yeah, that Helm of Valor, that additional 125 hit points on that Lich has been crucial in keeping that Lich alive, as the heroes have been, well, constantly been under quite a bit of duress. All right, repair underway. We're going to be going into an engagement here. In comes the Druid of the Claw, and now Dryads are trying to push their way through. There's a Roar as well. We're going to see some Devour Magic, perhaps. Level 6 now on that Death Knight, as the Panda now looking to engage here. We have Animate Dead as the ultimate ability from the Death Knight. Death Knight could try and Animate Dead, get some Druid, get some Bears back out here onto the battlefield, and try and turn the tide that way around, as we're looking at some reveals, taking down some Crypt Fiends. There goes another Druid of the Claw. Death Knight needs the mana. Is he going to be able to get it? There's another, and there's the Animate Dead. The Animate Dead may actually be enough there. They are all in Druid form, but that's still 19 to 22 damage, and represents a sudden shift and power spike in the army. 44 supply compared to 31. Lich gets taken down. Panda now trying to go after the Death Knight. Panda, well, Breath of Fire finishes off, gets up to level 6, and now suddenly the Panda is in great shape, and that is going to be the game. Panda ends up surviving. Ultimate ability, Animate Dead, I thought could have been enough to try and finish things through, but in the end it wasn't, and, well, Kaho comes away with the victory. That Breath of Fire nearly, taking its toll on the heroes, until finally too much damage to try and recover, losing both the Death Knight and that Lich. Let me know what you guys thought in the game in the comments below. A real close matchup, and, well, a really strong, solid play coming in by the Night Elf player. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.